Okay, now moving ahead with the next topic that we have to cover is domestic electric circuit. But in domestic electric circuit, it's not only the circuit which is given in the textbook. You have to emphasize on, and you have to just cram those things which is given in the textbook. There are many other things which are not mentioned over there but are very important as far as your CBSE exams are concerned. So the things that we are going to talk about today is domestic electric circuit, in which the things that we have to cover is we will be talking about cable and wires. Okay, now the wires also, the three types of wires that we are going to talk about. Apart from that, we are going to talk about MCB, then short circuiting, overloading, fuse, right? Then we have socket. Then why do we have a parallel circuit in our domestic at a domestic level? So these are the important things that we are going to cover in a domestic electric circuit. Okay, so before we start with this, let us first understand that what is the difference between a cable and a wire. Okay, so a single conductor is a wire, but if there is a collection of wires and covered with an insulated thing together, you must have seen 2-3 wires coming out of a thick cable. So this is the main difference between cable and wire. Okay, now let's start with the domestic circuit. We all should know that the current that we are getting is coming to us with a voltage of 220 volt. This is the voltage that reaches to us. Okay, now each and everything, we all know law of conservation of energy, that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed but can be transformed from one form to another. So here also, when a power station is providing you energy, when a power station is giving out energy to, it's going to happen that there will be certain loss. We all know even if we use the appliance for a little bit of time, it gets heated up, heating effect of electric current. So when electricity is coming from a power station, obviously a small amount of current or a part of voltage, a part of current will get wasted up, right? So 220 is the one that we are receiving at our end, but the supply which is there by the power station is actually 240 volts. Okay, so from this power station, when it is coming to our house, this 20 volt, almost 20 volt gets lost, and 220 is what we are getting. Once it reaches our end, the consumer's end, the customer's end, it is further divided into two parts, 5 ampere and 15 ampere. Now again I'm going to recall the point that all our electrical appliances are working at 220 volt, but the current requirement of the appliances are different. Okay, try and understand. Again, you have to go back and remember the analogy that I had given of a dam. Okay, so the pressure with which the water came out, the pressure actually was the voltage. Okay, so the current that the power stations are providing us are coming with the same force of 220 volts. So appliances are working at 220 volt, and further it is divided into 5 ampere and 15 ampere, wherein 5 ampere on 5 ampere current, the smaller appliances will be working. On 15 ampere, the larger or the bigger appliances like your refrigerator, your geyser, right, all these things will be working. So this is a basic thing. So what we have understood is that the supply to us is 220 volt, and further it is divided into different ratings of 5 ampere and 15 ampere. Okay, now another thing that you all should remember is that the current is reaching a house in 3-phase system. Now what is the meaning of 3 phase? This is phase 1, 2 and 3. You must have seen big towers which we can see when we go somewhere, and those towers are basically in the field area, the open area where there is no habitation. Okay, people are not around. Why? Because so much of current these wires are bringing. These towers have so much of electricity in them. Okay, so 3-phase means the current that is reaching our house is not only coming by a single cable, it is coming by 3. You must have heard sometimes that one phase of ours is not working, So electricity board is trying to the second phase or the third phase, fine. So if this is a tower, with this tower, electricity that is reaching our house, the electricity which is coming to our house is not only by this one wire, it is coming by 3 different wires, and we call it 3-phase system. Okay. Now moving ahead, because we are talking about here 3-phase system, you all should know the different type of wires that we use. Okay. Now talking about wires, the first wire that we are going to talk about is live wire. Second is neutral wire, and third is earth wire. Okay. So live wire, talking about live wire, it is of red color. Neutral wire is of blue color, and earth wire is of green color. Okay. Now live wire nowadays is also available in brown color. Neutral is in blue only, but earth wire is also available in yellow color. So this is what we have to remember about the colors of these 3 different wires. Now another difference that you all should know is, we are covering only basics now. Okay. So live wire is also known as phase wire. Neutral wire is also known as return wire, and earth wire is a safety wire. Now the question comes, why we have given these names as phase wire, return wire and safety wire? Again we will go back to the structure, basic structure of 3-phase system. Okay. Now this is the important point that you have to remember. Suppose this is a 3-phase system, we are only talking about, and you have to consider this is as power station. Okay. The electricity which is coming to our house through power station. So this is that system. Fine. Now this is phase 1 that we are going to use, and now we will see that what exactly is the difference between live wire and neutral wire. So this is the wire, first wire, we are considering it as live wire. Okay. Now this wire is entering into your house. This is your house. Okay. And second wire that is entering into your houses, this is the neutral wire. Okay. So live wire is also known as phase wire, and neutral wire is known as return wire. Okay. Now why is it so? It is known as phase wire because live wire is the actual wire which is bringing you that 220 volt and the current. Okay. And neutral wire is known as return wire because it is simply completing the circuit. Is it possible that suppose you have a cell and you attach only a wire and a bulb with this single terminal and your bulb will start to glow? No, it's not possible. You need to complete the circuit. So live wire is bringing that current and neutral wire is completing the circuit. This live wire is bringing 220 volt, you are using it at your end, and then neutral wire is completing it. Fine. But another thing about neutral wire which is very important is, now we all know, it's a truth, universal truth, that things will only move from high concentration to low concentration. Okay, we all know that, whether it is physics, chemistry or biology, this law is applicable, this rule is applicable. Now suppose I have a beaker in which I have water and I connect these two with a pipe, and this second one is the empty one. Fine. So what will happen? The water will start to move in the second one till the level in both the container is same. Okay. So now if I want things to move, I want difference between the two. Now the same thing we are going to apply over here. Now we all know that the appliances that are working here in our home require 220 volt. Okay. Now if I want this 220 volt, complete 220 volt to come over here, this neutral wire should always be at 0 volt. Okay. Now assume that this, suppose this neutral wire is at 5 volt. Now what is going to happen? This 220 volt will not come over here. 220 minus 5, 215 volt will come over here, and then your appliances won't work. Okay. So that's the reason neutral wire, which is also known as return wire, should always be at 0 volt, and live wire is always at 220 volt. Now how can we keep this neutral wire at 220 volt? So this is a power station. So the power stations from where the electricity is coming to your house, at their end itself they do the earthing of it, or we can say that the neutral wire is grounded. This is grounded at the power station itself, at the stations from where we are getting the electricity, there itself they ground it so that it always remains at 0. If we send any of the wire down the earth, the extra amount of current, the current whatever it is there in this wire will go to the earth, because we know that earth is a huge conductor and it is always at 0 potential. Okay, so now even if this neutral wire would have any current, that current will enter into the ground and this will always remain at 0 volt. Why we have done it? Because live wire has to bring 220 volt to your houses, so we want 0 volt over here. Now the third wire that we are talking about is the earth wire. Now earth wire is not present in this system, live wire and neutral, it's not there with them. Live wire comes outside and enters into your house. Now you assume that this is an appliance. Now let us assume it to be geyser. Okay, so earth wire is a wire which is actually attached to the appliances having metal cases. Okay, if the outer body of the appliance, any of the appliance, any heavy appliances of metal, so earth wire is directly connected to that, so that the extra amount of current directly goes down to the earth. So here what we have seen, that neutral wire and earth wire both are grounded, but the difference is earth wire is grounded at our end. We have attached this earth wire directly to our appliances, whereas this neutral wire is grounded at the power station itself. Okay, so this is a very important point to remember. Now another thing, why we need to have this earth wire is the question. Okay, now see, if suppose this is the live wire, okay, this is a neutral wire which is coming and grounded, and this is the appliance that we are working, and this is you. Okay, now suppose this is a geyser. The moment you touch this, okay, now what will happen? Because if you have to assume, suppose instead of 15 ampere current, by any fault 15.5 ampere current comes over here, or if there is a voltage fluctuation, extra amount of current comes over here and you touch it. Okay, now this 220, suppose 230, in terms of voltage if we are talking, suppose 230 comes over here, so this whole 230 will come over here. Okay, the geyser, because this is a return wire, it is at 0. So this, if 230 is entering over here, or assume the extra amount of current if comes over here, now what will happen? Because we are touching it, our body is a good conductor, right? We have so many fluids inside, our body is a good conductor. So what will happen? This extra amount of current will enter into our body and we will get a shock. Okay, whereas if I attach this geyser to the earth wire, what will happen? Instead of flowing this current to our body, even if we touch it, it will enter directly to the earth and we will be saved. So this is a function of earth wire. Okay, now I hope you all are clear. Live wire is a phase wire which is actually bringing the current to you. Neutral wire is a return wire which is completing the circuit and it is grounded at the power station so that it always remains at 0 potential. Earth wire is attached at our end so that any extra amount of current will flow down to the earth and we will be safe. Now another thing is, very important thing about domestic circuit is the socket. Now socket, everybody knows, we all have board in our houses, okay, wherein we have all the switches. Then we have a socket here with 3 pin or 5 pin, fine. So here we are talking about 3 pin socket. If you ever have observed carefully, one of the pin, the top pin is quite bigger, okay, broad, the girth is more, and the lower ones are smaller as compared to this one, fine. So why is it so? Let me show you with this. Okay, so if you have, this is a socket wherein suppose I have to plug in this plug. Okay, so here again you have to carefully see that this upper one is bigger as compared to these lower ones, and it is broader also as compared to these two. Okay, so why is it so? These two first is, this is for live wire, this is for neutral wire, and this upper one is for earth wire. Okay, so now why the length is more, why it is broader? Because the moment I start to attach, I start to plug in this thing in the socket, if there is any extra amount of current, okay, what will happen? Before these two make connection, this upper one, which is bigger in size, will get attached to this earth wire, and the extra amount of current will go to the earth, and after that the connection of live and neutral wire will be made. So that's the reason we have this broader. We all know that R is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area. Okay, so now what we have done, we have increased the area so that the resistance become less. Okay, so basically this upper part, what we have done, we have tried to attach this with this part of the socket so that the attachment towards the earth wire happens first before it touches the live and neutral wire ka thing, and the extra amount of current goes down to the earth. Fine. So this was the basic thing about your domestic electric circuit.